Good morning, dear students. Hope you're all doing well. We are studying the chapter metals and non-metals. Correct? So far we have studied about extractions, isn't it? We have extracted metal with high reactivity, extracted metal with low reactivity, and extracted metal with medium reactivity. So whatever metal which we have obtained after these extractions are not in pure state. That means they have some impurities which has to be removed. Okay, so the metals which are obtained after these extractions are called as crude metals. So what do you mean by crude metal? The metal which is obtained after the extraction is called as crude metal. Okay, and we have to remove the impurities which are present in this crude metal, by the process called as refining. So what is refining? Refining is nothing but purification of crude metal after extraction. Okay, so purification of crude metal after extraction is called as refining. So there are a number of methods for refining, but here we are studying electrolytic refining. So electrolytic refining is used for the purification of metals like copper, silver, gold, zinc, lead, etc. So now we are going to learn electrolytic refining of copper. You know that we have extracted copper by using different methods like concentration, roasting, right? So this is nothing but a crude metal. So now what we have to do, we have to remove the impurities which are present with the copper, and we should get a pure metal. Okay, and the process is nothing but electrolytic refining. So we are going to study electrolytic refining of copper. Now let us understand the setup which is required for the electrolytic refining of copper. Okay, as you can see in this picture, there is a tank which is called as electrolytic tank, and it is filled with electrolyte. So the electrolyte which we are using here is copper sulfate, CuSO4. Okay, so when in CuSO4, when it is in molten state, it gives Cu2 plus and SO4 2 minus. Okay, so there are two rods. One of the rod is a pure copper rod which is connected to a negative terminal of the battery. Okay, and it is called as cathode. Another one is impure copper rod which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery. It is called as anode. Okay, so here what happens when the electricity start passing, the Cu2 plus ions which are present in the impure copper rod will move into the solution. Okay, after some time the Cu2 plus ions, all of them will go and collected at the cathode, and they get deposited over there. Understood? What happens initially, the Cu, that is a pure copper, whatever present in the impure copper rod, will move into the solution as Cu2 plus. Okay, later it will go to the cathode rod. Okay, there it gets its 2 electron and becomes Cu and get deposited on the cathode. Gradually the size of the anode decreases. Why? Because all Cu is getting away from the anode, right? And the size of the cathode increases. Why? Because the Cu2 plus is getting deposited on the cathode. Okay, how about other impurities? These impurities come down and get deposited under anode. Okay, which is called as anode mud. You can see there the brown color thing. It is nothing but anode mud. These are the impurities which are present in the impure copper rod. Okay, so from the impure copper rod, copper will move into the electrolytic solution, and the impurities will go and settle down at the bottom of the tank, and those impurities are called as anode mud. So here we can get pure copper from which side? From which rod? Electrode? From cathode. Okay, so it will be deposited in the form of solid state. This is how we can get pure copper by electrolytic refining method.